Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Paramagurubhyo Namaha. Shri Parameshti Gurubhyo Namaha. In the previous part on Lalitopakhyana, we have seen Sri Lalita Maha Tripura Sundari manifested from Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta, from Chidagni Kunda, and she was praised by all gods and goddesses there. That is called Lalita Stavaraja. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara also came there to take the darshan of Sri Lalita Maha Tripura Sundari. Maheshwara came there in the form of Kameshwara, and in the previous episode I mentioned that we will speak about Kameshwara Kameshwari Kalyana, that's a marriage also, witnessed by all the gods, goddesses, Brahma, Vishnu also. One whole chapter is dedicated in the Lalitopakhyana to explain in detail the marriage of Kameshwara and Kameshwari. Anyway, before going to that part, now it is time for us to look into the esoteric meaning of all that what we have heard as story. It all starts from Kama, death of Kama. What exactly is this? When the sadhaka on his path towards seeking truth carefully observes the world around him and he understands all this, the whole world is just transitory. The word is to be Nashvara. All these are very temporary. When he understands the sadhaka, the seeker of the truth, understands that everything is transitory in Nashvara, he tends to lose interest in all the material pleasures. It seems to be difficult for us to understand, and at some point of time a sadhaka will surely lose interest in all the material pleasures. At the same time, I do not say that people should lose material pleasure, they should keep it away. No, that happens by itself. It is not that we don't want, sadhaka don't want material pleasure. As he advances in his sadhana, on his path, finding truth, he automatically loses the interest in he or she, whoever it is, loses interest in material pleasures because he finds pleasure elsewhere. So it's not that we should not have any material pleasure. No, this is a natural process. It has to happen that a true seeker of the truth, lose interest in the material pleasure. Losing interest in the material pleasure is indicated here as the death of karma. The burning of karma is only that. When sadhaka loses the interest in the material pleasure, that is indicated in the fire as the death of the karma here. Then what happens when in the absence of the desire, once again there's a phase called what we call as dullness. He gets into a kind of dullness and nothing makes sense to him, and then the whole existence becomes meaningless to him and it becomes miserable. It's a very interesting phase. Losing material interest is death of karma. Then in the absence of desire, there's no desire at all. That takes him to a dullness state, and the whole world, the whole entire thing becomes for him meaningless and miserable. Here, this state of mind is the chitra karma. Who makes that dullness called Bandhasura. So the dullness of the mind is a substitute for the missing desire. That's what Chitrakama does from the ash of the burnt karma. And the energy of the seeker, the sadhaka, this dullness drains of all the energy and makes the entire creation is for him terrifying. This is what represented by Vishukra and Vishanga, the demons. Vishukra is the lack of Shukra, lack of vitality, and Vishanga is the poison. This condition of the seeker is nothing but Vishukra and Vishanga. Hope we understand the situation. The losing interest in the material pleasure, then absence of desire makes the seeker dull, and that dullness is substituted into Bhandasura, the missing desire, and that dullness makes all the energy of the seeker drained out, and the entire world becomes to him very terrifying. And that condition is represented by the two demons called Vishukra and Vishanga, lack of vitality and the poison. So the seeker in this kind state, he gets into an emptiness which is he cannot express it. What is this dullness is? It is an emptiness. Emptiness is called Shunyaka. That is called Shunyaka Puri, the kingdom of the Bhandasura. Shunyaka Puri is the kingdom of Bhandasura. Here Bhandasura is the sadhaka. That meaningless emptiness of the seeker, sadhaka, is the construction of the Shunyaka Puri, the kingdom of Bhandasura. At this time that in this whole episode, the Narayana, Lord Narayana, Vishnu, represents the intellect in that situation and overcome this phase of Shunyaka, to come out of that emptiness and searching for something beyond. That is Narayana here. And yes, we know, we repeatedly talk about this. The Jada and Chetana, Shiva and Shakti, stillness and movement. We also know they are both are inseparable. Jadatva of Shakti is Shiva, and the movement of Shiva is the Shakti. Also other way around. The movement of Shakti is Shiva. The stillness of Shakti is also Shiva. Shiva and Shakti are inseparable. Stillness and movement are together. That is the Shiva and Shakti. Absolutely there is no two. There is no duality. This realization of Shiva and Shakti as one can be realized by sadhaka when sadhaka dissolves himself as a separate individual into the pure consciousness. Exactly that dissolving into the consciousness is represented by sacrificial fire, Chiddagni. The fire represented here, the sacrificial fire, is that only. So when once the Shiva and Shakti is thus realized, then the whole world becomes a playground. I think I mentioned it before also. When the whole world becomes a playground and the life becomes the play, that is Lalita, the playful. Such an attitude of seeker, the playful nature of the seeker, is expressed as the manifestation of Sri Lalita Mahatripurasundari from that sacrificial fire called Chiddagni. We know the Chiddagni is the realization of the seeker dissolving himself into the pure consciousness. That is the Chiddagni. And when that Chiddagni is there, the playfulness is emerged from their manifestation. That is Sri Lalita Mahatripurasundari. Now we understood what is Bhandasura, what is Chiddagni, and what this Lalita Mahatripurasundari is. Yeah, while describing her, it is mentioned that she has got gourd in one of her hands. Gourd. That is called Ankusha. Ankusha is to control. It is to control all negative tendencies. And also Pasha is a rope. That is to attract all positive tendencies. So the seeker, when he becomes Lalita himself, herself, he is capable of controlling all negative tendencies and to attract all the positive tendencies. The tendency of the individual confined to oneself is negative, while journey towards mukti is positive. Now we come to sugarcane bow, also held by Lalita Mahatripurasundari, and the 5 arrows of flower. These 5 arrows as we know, experiences the bliss of the five senses of the sadhaka. When the sadhaka becomes playful, Lalita, and remains in that ocean of bliss, he always be in bliss only. Everything becomes blissful. Everything will become blissful. Senses have nothing to do with that. He will be blissful beyond the sense perceptions. Here, Lalita Mahatripurasundari revives the divine energy. That is, all the gods have become dull because of the fear of Bhandasura. Now Lalita fill them with the divine energy. When that is done, sadhaka is ready to overcome all that lethargy and to revive the desire. But at this point of time, what happens? The sadhaka, instead of becoming slave to the desires, due to the grace of Lalita Mahatripurasundari, going to be a master of desire. So Kama becomes Kameshwara, the Lord of desire. That is the marriage of Kameshwara with Kameshwari. So, mind and the intellect, Manassu and Buddhi, becomes more strong now. So they are ready to manage or fight the spiritual battle ahead. Yes. The battle between Bhandasura, demons, and the God, demons and divine, is the spiritual battle of a seeker. It's the perfect meaning of this battle between demons and the divine. Demons led by Bhandasura and the divine led by Lalita Mahatripurasundari, both are within the seeker, within the sadhaka. It's a spiritual battle that's going to be. We should understand this. This is the historic meaning of Lalitopakhyana. It is the same also what we see in Durga Saptashati, where we see Madhukaitaba Rakta Bija, Mahishasura, Shumbha, Nishumba, and all that. Here, Bhandasura and his team, they represent the seeker. It's a spiritual battle within. And Lalita Mahatripurasundari is supported by her counselor Shyamala, also known as Montini, which represents the spiritual wisdom. That is capable of proper guidance to the seeker. And Dandanatha is one which has a control on this intellect, keeps vigil on this intellect. That is Varahi. There is a so she is always there, Varahi. Whenever senses try to leave the path and take the deviations during the journey, Montini is intellect and Dandanatha is a controller of that senses. Whenever they go, they lose the track, they lose the path. Dandanatha, Varahi, takes care of it, controls it, puts back into the proper place. That is Dandanatha. And Lalitopakhyana explains the army of Montini, that is Shyamala, and Dandanatha, the Varahi, very wonderfully. The army of the Shyamala and Varahi. And also their chariots, Ratha, Geya Chakra and Kiri Chakra. I think that needs a separate episode. We should to explain the Geya Chakra of Montini and the Kiri Chakra of Varahi. It's wonderfully explained in Lalitopakhyana. All the negative traits of sadhaka, they are the army of Bhandasura. By the grace of the Divine Mother, those negative tendencies are destroyed. By the army of Goddess Lalita Maha Tripurasundari. Lalitopakhyana says that the battle lasts for several days. Every day something happened. That's Lalitopakhyana, I think, what a great expression and depiction of the war. You should see that. We should enjoy that. Every day something happens. That fellow came, this fellow came, this is how he died. What a wonderful expression. So it goes on for number of days. That means the battle is continued. Battle is continues for forever, almost till you attain that state of Jivan Mukti. So the seeker, sadhaka, needs a lot of patience and perseverance, which is possible only by the divine grace. That's why we call her, the seeker has to call her only the word called mother. Only mother can save the child and take care of the child. The sadhaka should always cling on to the mother and her feet. Where is she? That cosmic mother within the heart of the seeker. He should cling on to the mother's feet and continue his practice. It's a battle. Now see how the battle begins. The one is Durmada. Even this battle, Durmada battle itself goes for a few stanzas here in Lalitopakhyana. Durmada is the vanity a seeker feels. Why this vanity, He thinks that he is superior to others because others are clinging to the material pleasure and the worldly things, and I am sadhaka, I am beyond those things. That vanity comes there. He can say that he or she is superior. That attitude is Durmada. This Durmada is killed by the Sampatkari. Then who is the Sampatkari? Sampatkari, we know it is the Sampatkari. Sampat is wealth, the greatest wealth. Sampatkari is giver of wealth. So, here wealth is the knowledge. With that knowledge, the vanity of that feeling superiority will vanish. That's how the Durmada was killed. The next comes Kurunda. Kurunda is, we know that Kurunda is the headless body. The one who don't have body is Kurunda. What is headless? We know, who cannot think? The ability of thinking has gone. When it will go? When he becomes confused, then one cannot think. Because That is the state of the sadhaka where he thinks becoming inactive is the best way to be peaceful. This is this stage a sadhaka has to undergo. We are all been undergoing these things. At one place we understand that let us be no activity. That is the peace. That's the stage of a sadhaka. That is Kurunda. And this Kurunda, being inactive, it is the state of inactivity. Ashvarudha kills him. Ashvarudha is the horse rider. The horse represents the energy and also activity. So, the energetic activity overcomes the inactivity of Kurunda. And that's how it is. Kurunda is killed. It's all the spiritual fight happening every day. All of us are undergoing this battle, fighting this battle. And the only thing we don't understand, it's a battle going on. Durmada is something vanity. After that it is killed, then there's a confusion state. And doing nothing, let me go and sit in, always we'll say, we'll go to Himalaya and sit. Yeah, that is inactivity. That we find that peace is somewhere there. Then comes Ashvarudha to say, no, that is not. So, Kurunda is killed. Then comes 5 commanders of Bandasura. These 5 commanders are the Panchabhutas. These 5 commanders, they come out with, they create one Devi called Sarpini. They create lot of snakes. Oh, very well explained in Lalitopakhyana how the snakes coming from Sarpini. From mouth also comes, from everywhere, from ear also, everywhere these snakes comes. These snakes are the numerous physical and mental ailments created because of the Panchabhutas. Panchabhutas, that is Prithvi, Appu, Teju, Vayu, Akasha, where are the causes for our various physical and mental diseases. Sadhaka is also a human being. He is also prone to all the numerous diseases. And these numerous diseases are the 5 commanders of Bandasura. The serpents are the Sarpini, who is Sarpini. Those sarpas are the diseases. Now comes Nakuli. Nakuli has a subtle meaning called bodiless. It's prana. Nakuli Nakuli also means mangoes, which mangoes, which kills the serpent. There's one meaning. The subtle meaning is the bodiless force pervading our body called is prana. So, Nakuli, that is prana, with proper control of prana, one can completely control the diseases. A sadhaka also has to undergo the physical and mental diseases, and by Nakuli, that is bodiless one, the prana, by the control of prana, sadhaka has to control the diseases.